to all my fellow adventure crafters. It's time again for us to go back in time and take a look at some of my past projects and talk to you a little bit about the decisions that I had to make creatively and why I did that. Today I want to talk to you about one of my favorite costume items. I'm talking, of course, about my brown corduroy patchwork vest. I made this item a few years ago to wear at steampunk conventions when I was playing my steampunk sort of tramp janitor character, whom I called at the time J.P. Porter. But let me talk to you a little bit about the vest that I made. You can see that this vest is made with lots of different prints, patterns of corduroy. I had lots of scraps to work with, and I wanted something that was going to look patchworky and sort of tramp-like, but not too junky. I wanted something that looked to be deliberate. I had thought about just doing sort of the classic, all the squares are exactly the same size. That wasn't quite enough for me. I felt like that was going to get too busy. That was an important concern of mine. One of the things that helped me come up with the grid pattern that I ended up using for this vest was just looking at the pieces themselves, the size of the scraps that I had, and kind of arranging them. So if you look at it, it's not an even grid where all the boxes are the same size or even the same shape. But then I started finding that I had some long pieces as well, which sort of inspired, instead of just squares, it sort of started inspiring this system where I had big rectangles and little rectangles, and then broke that into a grid of its own. Another important feature about this vest is that the sides have eye holes and laces in them, which I've seen on other types of garments and obviously corsets and things like that. Now you may have noticed that I do a lot of work with vests. One of the things I really like about vests is that it is, as I've talked about before, a simple item of the costume or one piece of the costume that can tell a lot about the character. I'll probably show some more vests because I really feel like a vest is a nice way to designate some information about that person, the time period, how they see themselves. Is it a military vest? Is it a casual vest? Is it a dress vest? Does that vest have things hanging from it that designate something about it? Science fiction. Han Solo has a very famous vest that he's going to wear. And a lot of characters wear very specific jackets, and the jacket is what designates them. But what I found is, again, that comfort level thing. If you're wearing a long jacket with long sleeves, maybe it's got a lot of pockets, or it's got a lining, or it's a heavyweight fabric, that can really show well, that can really create a great look for the character, but it can also become hot and heavy and uncomfortable. A lot of times in male costuming, the pants kind of tell you a little bit, but not that much. Sometimes the shirts will tell you almost nothing about a character. So you're relying on things like the hat, the vest, the belt, the boots. Those kind of things are going to designate a lot about your character. So those are the types of things that I tend to focus on. I hope you've enjoyed this look back at the design and creation of my very favorite vest, the brown corduroy patchwork vest. I've enjoyed sharing it with you, and I really look forward to your input, your comments. If you've ever done a project like this, or if you have any questions about other types of things that I've done like this, go ahead and put something down in the comments. I'm always really excited to hear about what you have to say. And along that line, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I really am looking forward to your subscriptions. Go ahead and share it with friends as well. I want to build this network. I'm very excited about this. But for now, I need to say goodbye, and as I always say, every day can be an adventure. So good luck on yours, and we'll see you next week. All right? Bye.